There was all sorts of stuff. For me, a lot of what I just said just came from the wrong place. I was so angry at what was going on around me, and instead of taking a look inwards, I decided to look outwards at everybody else, and I just think, I just took it out on everybody else, which is just wrong, really, and my own frustration.
What happens when a family, already shattered by loss, finds their grief prolonged by bureaucratic obstacles? This heartbreaking scenario is unfolding for Jeff Payne, father of former One Direction member Liam Payne, as he begs authorities to release his son's body, seeking answers and a sense of closure. In the glittering yet turbulent world of fame, Liam Payne was a familiar name.
When I die, these words will be written on my stone.
Millions knew him as one of the beloved members of the iconic boy band One Direction, and as a solo artist navigating the complexities of life in the spotlight. But behind the smiles and songs lay a complex and often troubled individual facing personal battles and an ever-present struggle with mental health. Recently, this struggle took a tragic turn, ending in heartbreak as Liam's life was cut short under circumstances still cloaked in mystery. Jeff Payne's plea to bring his son home has resonated deeply not only with fans, but with anyone who has ever experienced loss and the painful process of finding closure. Liam's story is one of global fame, but also of profound personal challenges. Like so many in the public eye, he lived under intense pressure from a young age, dealing with the burdens of celebrity while grappling with his own inner conflicts. Liam's journey took him from humble beginnings to international superstardom, a whirlwind few are truly prepared for. But fame, for all its glitz, often brings unseen costs, and in Liam's case, it amplified the struggles he faced privately. Over the years, his fans saw glimpses of these struggles. In interviews, he spoke candidly about mental health, the toll of touring, and the anxiety of living life under constant scrutiny. But few could have imagined the depths of his despair. The recent events in Argentina have left fans around the world stunned and grieving. Liam's untimely death occurred in a hotel in Buenos Aires under circumstances that remain unclear. On the surface, his trip was simply a visit to South America, but details that emerged paint a far more troubling picture. Security footage from the hotel shows a man far removed from the vibrant entertainer fans once knew. He appeared visibly distressed, walking through the lobby with a bottle of whiskey and at one point even falling asleep on a chair in a public area, a sign of his intoxicated state. Such erratic behavior hinted at a man struggling deeply, and as investigators pieced together his final hours, the story grew darker and more complex. Jeff Payne, devastated by the news, flew to Argentina in a desperate bid to bring his son's body home. But upon arrival, he was met with an obstacle he hadn't anticipated. The Argentine authorities, in their quest to determine the exact cause of death, had initiated a comprehensive investigation. This process, while standard in cases involving substances and public figures, meant that Jeff would face a prolonged wait. It wasn't just a matter of hours or days. It would take up to 10 days before Liam's body could be released. For Jeff, each day without answers felt like an eternity, stretching out his grief in a way that few can imagine. Why would such a delay be necessary? It's a question that Jeff, like many others, has asked in the wake of Liam's passing. The authorities' decision to withhold his body comes from the need for a thorough autopsy and toxicology report. Liam's death was no ordinary tragedy. It involved a combination of substances that investigators believed required careful analysis. The toxicology results are particularly crucial because they can help establish whether the substances in his system were directly responsible for his condition or if they played a role in an accidental or intentional fall. In Liam's case, the presence of pink cocaine, an illicit drug cocktail often made up of methamphetamine, ketamine, and MDMA, complicated matters further. Known for its potent and unpredictable effects, pink cocaine is notorious for inducing hallucinations, disorientation, and a heightened sense of euphoria, which, combined with other drugs, can impair judgment and motor skills. But the complexity of Liam's toxicology report doesn't end there. Alongside pink cocaine, investigators reportedly found cocaine, crack, and a prescription anti-anxiety medication in his system. This mixture of substances would have placed immense stress on his mind and body, likely impairing his ability to think clearly or make rational decisions. For someone in a fragile mental state, this cocktail could create a dangerous combination of confusion and vulnerability. Authorities suspect that these substances, coupled with Liam's apparent emotional distress, may have led to the fatal fall from his hotel balcony, a 45-foot drop that left him with over 25 injuries and ultimately took his life. As the investigation unfolds, one of the central questions remains: was Liam's fall an accident, or was there a deeper, more tragic intent? This is a question that torments his family, especially his father. The fall itself, forensic experts suggest, offers few clear answers. When Liam's body was examined, authorities noted that he bore no defensive injuries, no signs that he tried to brace himself or break his fall. This detail, as subtle as it may seem, has significant implications. It raises the possibility that Liam was either unconscious or severely impaired, perhaps unaware of the danger as he fell. It raises the possibility that Liam was either unconscious or severely impaired, perhaps unaware of the danger as he fell. If he was unconscious, then the fall could have been a tragic accident. But if he was semi-aware, the question lingers whether his fall was a deliberate choice born out of an overwhelming sense of despair. In an attempt to understand what might have led Liam to such a tragic end, investigators have looked beyond just the physical evidence. They've begun to piece together details from his recent activities, examining his interactions, his mental state, and even his communications with friends and family in the days leading up to his death. It's here that they found another heartbreaking clue, a handwritten note recently shared by his girlfriend Kate Cassidy. Written weeks before his death, the note paints a poignant picture of Liam's love for Kate and his hope for their future. In it, he expresses his dreams of building a life together, of getting married, and of being remembered as a nice guy. This message, full of hope and warmth, stands in stark contrast to the circumstances of his death. Yet for Jeff, each moment spent waiting is a painful reminder of the life lost too soon and the memories that now bear the weight of unanswered questions. This tragedy brings to mind other high-profile cases where families of public figures had to navigate similar experiences. The deaths of icons like Princess Diana and Michael Jackson were also followed by extensive investigations delaying closure for their families. These cases serve as a reminder of the scrutinies and complexities that often accompany celebrity deaths. As the investigation continues, Jeff Payne, like so many others, hopes that the truth will bring clarity. He seeks not only to know what happened, but to understand the why behind it, the unseen battles, the silent struggles that brought his son to this moment. For the fans who mourn Liam, for the family left behind, and for Jeff himself, the hope is that these answers, painful though they may be, will offer some measure of closure. In the end, Liam Payne's story is a heartbreaking reminder of fame's toll and a father's unwavering love. Can compassion guide us in honoring the stories of loss? Please like, share, and subscribe to support empathetic storytelling during difficult times.